Yo,
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 yo.
yo. What's up, family? Welcome in. Another exciting episode of the Ragu Show. And got my main man with me, so we're going to let him do his thing.
Yes, sir. No big deal podcast, man. With the host, Chef Marv. No lie, I'm that guy, and I got my guys with me, man. The Mr. Raider Ragu and Mr. Famous himself, Coach.
Two boo team, two boo team.
What up, fame? Welcome in, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for
Man.
joining us, man.
Glad to be here, gentlemen.
Yes, sir, man. So this is a 5-year anniversary of my main man, one of my favorite players, one of my heroes, man, Mr. Kobe Bean Bryant. You know, one of the first guards to ever be drafted out the NBA out of high school. Played his whole professional career with the great Los Angeles Lakers. He was the youngest player to ever start an NBA game. I think his uncle was, I don't know if y'all know him, John Cox.
John Cox was related.
Yeah, that was I think his mom's brother.
Oh, I just had
Who is John
gifted
Cox?
death.
I think they said he played in the NBA. I thought y'all would know.
I didn't know.
ABA,
I wasn't familiar.
ABA with his dad,
Yeah, I
Jelly
think he went to the
Bean.
ABA league.
Yeah, Jelly Bean. We
Yeah.
don't know. We got to look that one up. Might got to grab something on there, man. Mom's has had a bloodline with the hoop too.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense why it was so wet.
That's exactly.
And the daughter was finna be wet, so
Oh man,
it was
messed up Gigi too, man.
it
That was
was in the genes. It was in the genes after all. So I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
it
Oh
was
man.
so much,
I
man.
can't believe. I just want to say, I can't believe that it's been 5 years.
Yo, I still
Yeah,
don't believe it.
I mean,
Still can't believe it.
every time I see highlights, man, I just feel like the brother's still with us. It's like he
Yeah.
hasn't, he's gone, but he's not gone. And respect to everything, but it's like, man, him, man,
Right.
Kobe,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the Kobe, like, come
That's
on,
what I'm
not
saying.
Kobe, like he was the meaning. I'm gonna tell you, I learned real quick
Mm-hmm.
before you get started. D is I learned from Kobe this. Watching Mike coming up in the Mike in the Magic era.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mike had the attitude where, nah, I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Madge had to smile, and I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
But Mike he didn't socialize with cats after, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you
Oh
wasn't in
yeah.
his inner circle, he didn't fool with you. Now, Madge, afterward, he fooled with everybody. But Cole, I'm not your friend. I'm not kicking it with you. But
Yeah.
I'm a gentleman. I'm professional. I'm not
Mhm.
disrespectful. But nah, man, if you wear that other jersey for them three guys, I'm not your friend on the court, bro.
Yeah.
And we get off the court, that may be different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
I agree with you.
So he was so focused on being good and want to be being one of the greatest to ever play that he was an asshole to people that didn't understand him, bro. So even me, I ain't even gonna lie, when he first, because he's younger than me. So when he first came to the league and I would hear the stories about him, um, eating lunch with his agent while the team is over with a big table. You know what I'm saying? Chilling the team and shit. It was I didn't understand him. But as the years went by and I saw the work that he put in, the shit that he never even had to do, that he used to do, that people don't know about, as far as getting better and working. I was like, oh yeah, this dude was just focused on ending up being like where he was at with the 30,000 points and all that. You know what I'm saying? He knew, like, bro, I can't be. Like I heard Kobe say he wasn't blessed with freakish athleticism or whatever. He said he was tall enough and like fast enough, bro. And then the other shit, he had to work at that. He worked.
And that's what
to
made
become the
Kobe so
player.
special, bro. That's what made him so special, man. His work ethic and his just intents to get better and better by going for that chip each year.
Yeah,
That's what
and he was so
separated him
good
from
that he
everybody.
was abrasive to people. He didn't seem like he was a good person a
Yeah,
lot of times, but he was just different, man. He needed to be good, more than everybody else. So
most definitely,
that's
man.
why he came
So,
off like that.
Mhm.
so it's safe to say to the youngsters that's coming up, it's safe to say, youngsters, you heard what these two gentlemen just said, man. Had it, but you're always taught. You can't get that on TikTok. Can't get that off social media.
Yeah,
He had a little something that God gave him, and he took it and he took it and he worked with it and
Exactly.
made himself one of the greatest to ever play the game.
yeah,
Like he didn't look to fit in. He didn't want no likes.
right,
If I'm saying that correctly, young
Yes.
people, listen to me. He didn't want no likes.
Right.
They wanted him to hang out, Rick Fox and all the dudes, but come hang out with us at the club.
yeah.
No,
Ain't with that.
no. I
Um,
missed two jimmies and didn't hit the rim. No, I'm shooting 100 more jimmies.
man.
Mhm. Facts, man.
And like what he said, I ain't put it marvelously, man. The lights. I love that shit. But look, end up having millions of likes, right? After the work was put in the show was put on, you feel me? He had all the likes, more likes than any of them other motherfuckers. But at the
More
time,
likes.
he didn't care about the likes.
Yeah,
You feel me? He wasn't
exactly.
playing
Beautifully
for that. He
said.
was playing for himself and the greatness.
And the greatness in himself. Beautifully said, Ragu, man.
Mm-hmm.
Beautifully said.
Yes,
No,
sir.
yeah, no, like what you said though, my guy. But
Exactly.
yeah, that's
Yes.
it's a great show already. I'm glad you came on
Yes,
because
sir. Me too, man.
he ended up with all the likes and didn't even want the likes. Ran from the likes at first. He was working. He was too busy working while you niggas was getting likes. And
Exactly.
then bam.
Different. That's what I'm saying. Like my
Man,
favorite thing that I heard Kobe say was, and I took this on the field and as a career move with my cooking and craft. He always said that everything is negative. Pressure challenge. It's an opportunity for me to rise. And I took that with me from day one to, like I said, the field to my cooking craft. Kobe made me a better person, regardless of what
Wow.
I did in life.
Wow.
That Mamba mentality, I took it with me
yeah,
everywhere in life. So
Wow.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man. That's why I'm saying he
man.
was like my hero.
Powerful stuff.
Most definitely.
Powerful.
Most
It may
definitely.
it helps shape what your journey is doing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Your journey, Big Time Marv, Chef Marv, the whole nine Marv.
Yes, sir.
You took some of those qualities and you're instilling them in your journey, and it's making you great. It's gonna make you be the greatest that you can be. So your young ones can see you like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
Uncle or Pops was he had a little bit and he worked hard at it. And I
Exactly.
like to say, I got a little thing I tell my youngsters in the community. When I get a chance to sit and chop it up with them on the
Yeah.
block, I pull up on the block and be like, they always all of them on the block with their heads down, tapping on their phone. And I was like, man, I was the fame before internet even came, bro,
There
worldwide.
you go.
So before there was any internet, I think we started was it in middle school, high school, Fortran. Y'all remember? You remember Fortran? D? That was the first
Yeah,
computer,
man.
one of the first computer programs
Yeah.
that they had. But
I took that
I
in
remember
college.
growing up, man, and I remember the teacher, the English teacher we had at Verb D, Mr. Gudicast.
Man, me and Kev was just talking about Mr. G.
Mr. Gudicast told me, hey man, who you think you are? And why do you feel like we have to listen to, I mean, you walk around with this chip on your shoulder? Like, how did you begin? How did you play varsity football right now? I had a buck 40. And I
Yeah.
was like, somebody saw something in me. And I don't want to play var. But, hey, I
Yeah.
gotta play it because you saw something in me as an English teacher. And and stayed on me and grinded me and not sent me to the dean's office. You took me outside the class and drilled me yourself. So I took what you gave me from a as they would say Caucasian professionally, but a white boy that I respected 100%. That really I looked at
So
him
please,
and
go ahead.
he really had my back. You know, as growing up again, like he don't care about me, but he cared. He cared
Right.
enough to give me them little things that Kobe had
Mm-hmm.
was given or taught, or somebody told him the same thing. You could do this. You could be somebody. And that's what I took and ran with it from a guy like Mr. G.O.A.T, man.
Let me say on wax, on film, my let me say my shit about Mr. G. Hold on, cool. Like
Yo, no, yeah, do your thing, bro. Do your thing, bro.
this guy, man, I get like a kind of like emotional.
See,
Like
I'm over
y'all,
here.
you guys hear me on these shows, on my own show, on Cool Show, on All Grind Show. You probably say, oh, you know, the OG speaks well, right? When I'm talking, I'm able to articulate my facts. When I'm talking solo, you know, I host my own show, all of that stuff. I come with tidbits of knowledge here and there. But anyway, man, most importantly, the vocabulary that I was able to develop, my guy, my people, is directly because of this man that Famo just mentioned. So, Mr. G.O.A.T, I wrote you on Twitter before. Mr. G.O.A.T is the superintendent of a school district in Connecticut, bro. I don't know if you know that, Fang.
No, man, I gotta get at him.
That is what his job is right now. So, Mr. G, man, shout out to you, bro. You are a big influence on my entire life, my guy, my entire program. Like the way people see me at my job and all that, man. It has a lot to do with what the way I'm able to articulate and speak. And that, a lot of that, bro, is to the big fella, man. And white guy, man. You know, as white of a guy as you you could imagine, man. And not too much older than us, I don't think. You know, he was a young teacher. So
Right, he was.
yeah, heck of a teacher, man.
That's what's up, man.
Daily
For me.
vocab lessons of 5 words every
Daily.
4 days of the week. So that was 20 words a week. Know the definition and use it in a sentence. And you know, I remember every last one of them words, just about, man. But so yeah, shout out to Mr. G.
Shout out to you, Mr.
Back to Cole. Yeah, man.
That's great, man. That's what's up.
There you go. Cole was a beast, man.
Yeah, speaking of Cole, so I don't know how you wanted to do Cole, but I'll just start like this. What did you guys think when he first arrived? 96. I know Fame here in LA, we had after we picked him up, we had heard the stories. The stories start coming out about Jerry West and the workout and how he had went to work on Coop and sent a few dudes home. And Jerry West put a wrap on the workout, all that. We hadn't seen him though. And we was going through something else too as Laker fans, right? We had just traded the whole team for Shaq.
We broke
we didn't even
everything
have
up.
no team really.
Yeah, we was subpar professional guys.
We had traded the center to Charlotte for the pick for Kobe, and we had got rid of about 4 players, bro, to bring in Shaq. So we had Shaq, Kobe, and Fisher, because we drafted him.
Yeah, Fisher. Jones
was
I'm telling you, bro, we
Eddie
only
was
had about 5
gone.
guys.
Arkansas.
Van Axel was gone.
Yeah, Van Axel's gone. Yep.
Horry
Lynch
was still there. Horry was still there in 96.
No, Horry came in later.
Eddie Jones was still there.
Eddie Lynch.
I think George Lynch still there.
Axel.
So, but they had to fill out the roster later, bro. They end up bringing in.
Yeah, Shaq ended up getting there. That's Kobe got there.
Yeah,
Because
they
I
ended
was
up
a fan
bringing in
before he got
Harper,
there. Because my
right?
pops put me on to the Lakers. That's what I'm saying. I was a fan with Van Axel, Jones. That's why I tell people. I was like,
Yeah,
nah, I was there
yeah.
before Kobe was there.
Right
That's what I
before
tell
Kobe.
people.
Right before
And
Kobe. Yeah.
yeah, because Cedric Sabalas, is that his name?
Sabalos. Yep.
Sabalos. I watched him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He
that's what
bought
I be telling people, bro. I watched that.
before Shaq got here, the Lakers were a team that would make the playoffs and then get tips put on. You know what I mean? It they might win the first round game. Definitely get knocked out in the second round.
Yes.
Um, it was just kind of like that for years after Herb and that, you know. So
Yeah,
I
we'll
was
start getting accustomed to not making the offs, and that wasn't cool as a kid or
so
as a guy. That was not cool.
something had happened back in '97 to where I went to Cleveland for a few months.
uh-huh,
And the All-Star game was at the Gun
uh-huh,
Arena in '97.
uh-huh.
And my uncle took me there. My uncle, my pops, they all took me
No,
down. They took me and my brother, my sisters down to the Gun that All-Star weekend. And
you in the
that's when
parking
I
lot?
seen him win the dunk contest.
Okay,
You saw
I'm
it.
right here.
Saw Kobe win the dunk contest. So I'm like, oh shit. And my pops was like, you know you're on the Lakers, right? I was like, no, I didn't know.
Uh,
So that's
yeah.
when I got hip to him.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Yeah. So and then all right, so I saw him play. And I remember I heard Cube say something similar to this.
mhm.
I was like, okay, because he was, he won a dunk contest later, but I'm saying during the season, up until the point when they would put him in, he would get in there and shit, and
But he shoot
go
them
to the
air
cup.
balls.
He out there crossing dudes over, going to the cup and shitting.
Huh?
And I said to myself, oh yeah, this. We haven't had this. I was like, we've had great players here. Don't get me wrong, bro. But
Right.
I'm like, this little dude here is this real?
Yeah,
Mhm.
And
he's a little different.
yeah,
Like you would say,
yeah.
hey, like you'd be like, oh, okay. Like we
I'm
got
like, can he keep it up, bro? This is all I'm thinking. Can he keep it up?
cause look, we got a little flash from
Hmm.
George Lynch. Lynch used to be shitting like here go back, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But he
yeah.
wasn't that. Like he hot.
Eddie would do his
Eddie,
thing,
Eddie
right?
was Eddie was only from the wing though. To me, he was, he got to catch it on the wing. Cole come down the middle, baseline. He
Yeah.
just gave you everything.
And he
But
was
here's
so
the
disrespectful too. He
yeah,
would try
like
to
look
shit
at
on
you,
whoever.
look
At
at you like
18 years old, he would shit on
Exactly.
whoever was there or try to.
I
Um,
not taking that from his dad, Jelly B, but he'll look at you like at this shit on you like Mike, like yes, like
yeah,
Mike.
yeah,
Not taking that from Jelly B though, because he was wet. You know what I'm saying? Because but my moment about his mature factor coming from out of that little young thing, and
Yeah.
I started to understand like, okay, he young, he didn't go to college, so he don't know how to
yeah,
understand. If you
Exactly.
look at coming from high school and going to college, you go to college, you get to hang out at the clubs, you get to know a little more social life. He missed that and went right to the men. So now he don't know how to adjust off the court and on the court.
and he spent a lot of time not even in the states, right?
Exactly.
Before high school, so he really just had that little high school time
Ah,
in the
yeah.
states, right? And then went to the league. So you're right.
Because if I'm not mistaken, he speaks like what 4 or 5 languages.
Yeah, he had
Big about
he
five.
yeah, he
Probably.
had languages under his belt for sure.
So definitely, look, the American life. See, to him, play ball, uh, go get a cup of coffee or a latte,
Espresso or something. Yeah,
espresso or something. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And
Yeah.
even go play a little soccer here and there.
yeah, yeah.
But my most intriguing moment, a lot of people like to make a black eye out of it, but I take his negative piece in his journey of the Colorado incident,
Yeah.
um, and look at what he came out of it and became. So, so when people bring that up, like if you notice, people don't really say too much negative about Cole, right?
And now that he passed away,
Even then, after that went past, like they say, time heals.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it passed on, and what I'm saying is to say is he matured, he learned, he accepted, and he moved on and pushed even harder. Like that pushed him to be the great Mamba that he is. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to go through something in life, gentlemen, and young fellas out there listening, young ladies out there listening. You got to go through something in life. Just be prepared to withstand that storm.
Amen.
And once you withstand that storm, it makes you become the person who you really are.
preach, brother, preach. Hey,
And my bad, guys.
No. Keep down. You good.
hey,
You good.
hey,
You
and that
good.
year that he had on the when he was flying back and forth to court, man, what human? What human? That's when I was like, this dude is a robot or something, bro.
Hey, now you got to say, man, did him and Elon Musk hook up? Did like Elon Musk has some,
Man, he'd get off the plane and give you 35.
and then go back to court, be like
Yeah,
sitting in there professionally,
man.
listening, attentive, making sure
Man, he wouldn't get to the arena until shoot around, like they about to play in like 30 minutes.
Right.
and he getting off the private jet.
I'm getting 35, nigga. He should have won MVP. That was one of his MVPs that they gave to Nash, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I definitely agree with you on that one, man.
And that's why they gave it to him. And look, to say
we
what
know
I
why.
was,
Yeah, they didn't want to. Yeah, they was hating on me.
to touch on what I was saying, to conclude the piece of it, because today's time, if someone makes a mistake, your backing runs from you and gets away from you. Well, I want to big up the Laker organization. I want to big up Mr. West, and all those guys that were in the office that stayed with the kid, stayed the course with the kid.
Dr. Buss was still alive. Kupchak, Genie, all of them. They stayed. You right about that, Fine. They didn't abandon him at all.
Right. And D, it's so important for me to say this today, and it came up, man. I'm getting goosebumps. But organizations run from and not hold guys or the young ladies back. You got to support that kid or that person or that man or woman because they're only human. Thanks. You run from them and throw them in the mud, no telling what can happen to them. You see what I'm saying? Or where they going to go, left or right? Mentally.
Yeah.
Mentally, he stayed intact based on the people around him supported him and pushed him to go harder like we talked about. So in today's time, owners, GMs, corporate America, whatever it may be, high school principal, don't kick the kid out of school. Because if you kick him out of school, he's going where? To the youth authority.
Exactly. Got to look at stuff like that, man. That's why I salute the Lakers, man. One of the most respectable organizations of all time.
Yeah.
Not giving up on
that was
other situation. Other people would have ran from that fame, like you just said.
Sure would have. I mean,
who did Cole come in with? He came in with Adidas, right? If I'm not mistaken. Correct me.
That is, he was Adidas.
He was an Adidas guy, right?
Yep.
Nike picked him up, gave him a little bigger offer, what have you, a shoe. At that time of the court thing, he wasn't with Nike, right?
No.
See?
No, not with the different stuff going on now.
So even Nike, corporate America, you stuck with Cole, you went and got Cole after his situation. Exactly. So if you're looking for a guy in a position to manage those type of things, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Tap in. But you don't turn your back on people. Genuine human beings, don't turn your back on. We're gonna make a mistake or two, you know. But that's where we're supposed to have the family and the community and the people around you to support what you did. And I commend people around Cole, man. Kobe had, he had good people to support him. And believe me, he had those naysayers that were trying to throw him under the bus.
So yeah, it all goes back to the likes and all that, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I mean is, in today's culture, and this goes for corporations and shit. As soon as your likes and shit go down, people want to run away from you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, he got a lot of bad comments. People canceled him. They want to cancel him.
Yeah, that
And
becomes a conversation.
shitting on people. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because they did or said something that you didn't like or whatever. And the Lakers did the right thing, and here, but let's not kid ourselves. If it wasn't Kobe, you feel me, and what he could do for them too, it might have been a different story, even with the buses, because of the publicity, right? The eighth, ninth player on the bench couldn't have did this. You feel me?
Preach, my brother. Preach, my
That's
brother.
true
Preach.
too.
Let's keep it 1,000. Wow.
Yes.
That's heavyweight right there,
That's
D.
true too, though. I agree.
But they did the right thing, though, and
they got it right, is what they say. They got
Kobe
it right.
redeemed himself as a
Himself a few
man,
times.
family man, or whatever. Yeah. I don't even want to give that a lot of press on our show, but it did happen. And the year he had was sensational. That year when he was going through that.
Hey, D, it's just a fact. It's one of the pivotal points in his journey that made him great. Because let's say this, no one likes just a feel-good story. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, there is his little not so feel good, but it made him great because you have to go through things in life to make you great.
Absolutely.
And the Lakers is a great organization, I must say.
Most definitely. Like, do y'all think that Kobe's influence on the game will continue to be felt for like years to come?
Oh yeah. There are kids right now still on the playground that think that they could jump, dunk, and it's like, oh.
Well, absolutely, Marv, because if some of the best players right now are the Kobe's babies, right?
It's true.
So kids playing right now are emulating those guys, right? Young kids on the court talking about their Jason Tatum or their, insert name here that work with
Jaylen Brown.
right?
Jaylen Brown. Yeah.
Right. These kids are doing that. So yeah, the Mamba's influence is there, bro. It's his descendants and stuff right now, bro. He only about 9 years from not playing, 10 years, right? This is 10 years of him being out the league.
Yeah, 2016. Yep.
So yeah, still this is his era of kids still playing until you might have an era of you can't really have a LeBron era because LeBron was blessed with being bigger than everybody. Feel me? And being able to do the stuff that he does. So everybody ain't gonna be talented like that. Everybody, the moves, the shoes, even the little leggings and shit that they wear and all that shit, man. That's cold shit, man. So still very much so, bro. Yeah.
Is the sleeve in?
Sleeve,
Is the
sleeve.
Hey, is the sleeve in?
Yeah.
The Mamba,
Yes.
we're in the Mamba era still. Absolutely, bro. Yeah.
Hey, I would say this, Marv, to your question. Growing up, your coach playing hoop, your basketball coach would be like, straight up when you shoot and release. Straight up. Boy, stop falling away from the basket. Tatum, like you said, all the guys, Jason Brown, Booker, the dude that fall away, or baseline with that fall away.
Yeah,
That's cold.
most
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Most
That's cold,
definitely.
man.
yeah.
You,
No
you know
doubt.
what I'm saying? That's
No doubt.
cold.
That is true. That is true.
No doubt. And
Oh, yeah, that's yeah.
so yeah, Mar.
So top 5 Kobe moments for y'all.
Oh, shit.
Like,
All right.
All the
I knew you
championships
was
for
gonna come
me.
with something like this. So I was already thinking about this. I was already thinking
Gotta keep
about
you on
this
your toes, man. Gotta
in
keep
my
you on your
dome.
toes.
And I was, you know, I guess I don't really have no order, man. I could go by how the moment made me feel at the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I know everybody like the 81, right? He went for 81. I didn't even watch that whole game.
That was against Toronto, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Lakers wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? Like we had the Kobe Shaq era, and we was in between that time when he went for this 81
Yeah.
points. So the Laker games wasn't oh man, let me hurry up and get to the house. Lake's gonna come on. For me at that time, bro. So, I think I started watching the game at my mom's house and drove home and hadn't even turned it on yet. And somebody called me, like, am I seeing this? And I'm like, let me turn it on. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
missed. When I turned it on, man, so the game didn't even seem like he was going house like that when I was watching it at my mama's house. By the time I got home, bro, by the time I turned it on, I think he had 60 something already. And then when I saw how much time he had left, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, he finna get naked out here. I knew it. I knew it, man. I saw it was like 7 minutes left and he had 60 something. I'm like, oh yeah, this is finna get ugly. So
SoFi Stadium. I mean, not SoFi, but was it Crypto then? No, it was
Staples is Staples.
it was Staples, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And all the J's was just falling that night. It had just start falling. Every J shot in the second half of that game went in. Seemed like.
So look, I'm gonna hit y'all with one because
But
that ain't. Go ahead, go ahead, D.
no,
Finish.
that wasn't even one for me. But I wanted to mention that
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
it has to be mentioned. Go ahead, fam. If you got one, go ahead.
No, I was kind of elaborating on that one because I know you was going through your thing. I was just touching on, I thought that was one of yours.
Yeah.
But when you realize he put up 81 because we wasn't going to the Toronto game. Toronto wasn't good, right? I mean, no disrespect to Toronto, you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
you guys were not a choice
At
pick to
that
go.
time. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I had a young lady come in town that week, and I was like, we gonna go to the Laker game. So I took Uncle Max to that game.
Uh-huh.
We actually sat there and watched this, dog. I like tried to save her the tickets and to keep like
Yeah.
I
You
got
was
her like
there,
a little
fam? I didn't
shirt.
know that.
Me,
That's
Uncle
crazy.
Max, and my lady friend. We was
Man.
right there. Uncle Max will tell you he went crazy. Cole was unstoppable, bro. They didn't even want to take him out
Yeah.
because we were sitting behind the basket, like above, where we could see the whole court, but we could look right down on the bench, on their bench.
Yeah.
And man, Cole just couldn't miss, homie. It just everything was falling, left hand, right hand. It didn't matter. Niggas
So
start trying to foul him back then.
I remember one of the coaches, so Phil said to one of the coaches, I guess we can, we got this one. I think we can take Kobe out now. And the coach was like, nah, I don't think so, coach. And Phil looked at him like, why? He was like, he got 77. Huh? And Phil said he looked up like, damn. He was like, I knew he was going house. I thought he had about 50 something. He was like, he looked, I'm like, damn, he got 77.
Damn, 77 points. And the coach doesn't realize.
Coach hadn't even tripped. Coach knew he was going house. You know what I mean? Like, but he thought it was more like he was like 50.
Yeah.
So
You know, that's the mark at that time,
yeah.
Marv. That was that mark.
Yeah.
50, because Bernard King put that number up and kept it high. But
So Bill, the coach was like, "Nah, let him cook a little more, coach. Let's see how many he can get." Basically, so yeah, he finished with 8. Guess he scored 4 more points. Finished with 81. Yeah. Oh man, wow. The J was so. I know you saw the jumper just melting into the basket for the whole second half, man.
Couldn't miss, bro. I was sitting there like, oh, you looking around and amazed at the new stadium. You kind of like just,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. We thinking it ain't gonna be. Really wasn't no sellout. If you go back, it wasn't a sellout.
Yeah. That's how it be. Now, but in history, when people talk about it, it was 100,000 people at that moment.
Line ass.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the stadium only holds 23,000, but it was 100,000 people at the game who saw it live.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you was there, Frank.
Yeah, me, Uncle Max, and a little lady friend came from out of town, brother.
Shout out to my guy, Uncle Max, man.
Uncle Max. Hey, but look, one of my moments, Marv,
Uh-huh.
out of the top 5, one of mine, it would be the game against Portland.
Mm.
We were down a dove.
So let me say it for you. He is speaking of Game 7 of the 2000 Western Conference Final.
Yeah.
That is one of my that is one of my moments of the top 5 moments of Kobe. Like he just went crazy that moment. And to top it off with the alley-oop to Shaq.
Oh, with the iconic Chick Hearn call.
Game 7, and we needed to win. He went and got it. He didn't give up. He didn't point the finger at nobody. He didn't put the ball in nobody's hands, but him and Shaq's. He wanted it more than the other guys.
Cross Scotty over.
Oh.
Cross the fuck out of Scotty.
A legend.
Through the lob to Shaq. That was
top
one of my
player.
moments. That's one of mine too. That's definitely one of mine. I got another one. So, and I'm just rattling them off, no order. They all
do your thing, bro.
So Game 5. 2000 NBA Finals in Indiana. It is Indiana had won Game 3. All right, so it's 2-1 late. This is Game 4 then. Yeah, this is Game 4.
Mm-hmm.
They had won Game 3 in a 2-3, 2-4 match. So the Lakers lose this game. The finals are tied at 2. And the next game is in Indiana, which they end up winning. Shaq fouled out. Shaq that went for 40 and 20 and fouled out. Several minutes left in the game. Kobe took over, bro. And the moment I'm talking about is when he went to the cut. He passed it around for a minute, got the ball back, went to the elbow, made a J, then came back down and hit a J from the top of the key. And it was like he was telling everybody in Los Angeles, calm down, B. I got this shit. Do y'all remember him doing that shit against Indiana?
Yeah. He dropped 30 that game.
Like it ended up coming out that he was telling the coaches and the bench and all them, like I got it. He like, nigga, we don't relax. Nigga, I'm finna take us home.
Yeah, they was a little nervous that Shaq fouled out.
Yeah, they
Yeah, we
was.
was
They
nervous.
was. They
LA,
definitely was nervous.
we was nervous, bro.
So
And
during the timeout, they was over there probably shaking in their boots.
to me, that's when he became Kobe Bryant. He did that shit right there, bro. Right
Okay.
there. So that's two moments, right?
Yes, sir.
I got another one for you.
Mm-hmm.
This was on the. This was that year, the second year of the back-to-back, of the three-peat. When they went 15-1 in the offs. They played the Spurs in the semis. You remember that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Most definitely.
One play, bro. You look it up on YouTube, youngsters. He shitted on David Robinson and Tim Duncan at the same time.
I think I remember that.
He went to the cup and two-hand dunked over both of them. I was like, oh my God, what do we have? You know what I mean? He was still kind of new, but I was like, man, this motherfucker right here is sensational. And in 2001, I will put that team, you can go get the Bulls. Listen to me, man. You can go get the NBA should have never allowed Kevin Durant to be on the Golden State Warriors, but you can go get them too.
You and me,
Because
argue with them two about that.
yeah, and this is what they don't understand. The game is not going to be like how that soft ass shit is today, bro, where everybody just running around with space and getting a little shot off and
They
all
gonna
that.
have to earn them shots, man.
First and foremost, the game is going to be choppy because Shaq going to be at the free throw line so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to guard him on them teams?
Nobody.
Please, man. So, first of all, it ain't going to be no up and down game because it's going to be chopped up because Shaq going to be going to the line all the goddamn time.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Then those that team was great on defense, and they had the emerging Kobe Bryant, bro. One of the greatest players of all time.
That's
the Bing guy.
Along with Shaq, the most dominant ever, MDE. So
and then you still had role guys like Ori, Devin George, who can lock you up on defense. They weren't offensive guys, but they gonna make you earn them shots, like we've been saying.
Robert
That's why I'm saying you can put up any.
Horace Grant was on that team.
You can put up any of these historic teams against that 0-1 Lakers, man. They gonna make you work for everything.
All right, I'm gonna give you a moment of the make you work, Marv. Just hearing you say make you work, right? And I'm gonna take two little guys.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia's Allen Iverson.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who they had? We had nobody for him. They threw Fish on him. Fish kind of Guess who they went and got for him? I mean, guess who they had to put on him?
Ooh.
And he really couldn't really stop him, but he did a good job. Tyrone Lue.
Mm.
And I'm saying that based on could nobody stick Shaq like D saying, man. He would be at the free throw line with these new guys, man. Y'all got to foul him. You can't stop him.
Them teams didn't have nobody to guard him.
Hell no, they didn't.
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why that's why I'm like arguing with niggas about the 0-1 Lakers, man.
Look, just think if you
put up anyone against them, man. They not fucking with them. They not fucking.
I'm gonna give you a team, and I know we Kobe, and Kobe's on the team. Kobe is the 2. Shaq is the 5. Olajuwon is the 4. Tim Duncan, let me say, is the 3. Who gonna stop them? And the 1, maybe it could be anybody. AI, Jordan, you know what I'm saying? It could be anybody. But let's get away from the Jordan era. But we talking Kobe era, and Kobe today. Kobe is the 2, and AI is the 1. Who gonna stop them? So
God help whoever got to try.
Yeah. Good luck with that, man.
Who's gonna stop that 5 right there? I just gave you 5 of them dudes. I ain't tell you the dudes coming off the bench and all that.
Exactly.
But Kobe, man, like I said, that moment was one. Like he said, that Indiana series, because I just knew Reg.
Yeah,
them,
when he clinched it without Shaq, that was a good.
Yeah. So that's a Madge moment too. Not to put Madge in a situation, but Kareem went down, Madge stepped up. Now we talking the real Kobe, the real guy. If you look at these guys today, even LeBron, I give LeBron his utmost props.
Right.
But Kobe had the right hand took away from a shoulder or elbow. Something was messed up on the right hand. Did he
Finger.
take a game? Did he take 2 weeks off?
No,
Nope.
we was just talking about that
Shot
before
with
with
his
the
left,
family.
just shot with his left hand the whole
I
game.
think the Laker organization had it with AD and the stomach strain. I don't want to play.
That's that software.
And when you look at these dudes, they hurt. When they put up that little man of Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant, they show all the red spots that was hurt. Your ankle, your knee, your foot, your hand, your index finger. D is correct me if I'm wrong. Did he play with a broke finger? He taped that joint all the way up.
Yep.
And his finger was dangling off like a piece of meat, bro.
He
Like,
taped that joint up like and
yeah.
got back in.
Yep.
He not only did he get back in, he was still Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still dropped 30-something that game.
Wow.
I got a moment. Because this was in the down years, man, the in between years, bro. And this was tough. This was a tough day. It was, I don't know what day of the year, but the trade or the day that I want to say he held LA hostage. Fame, I don't know if you remember this like this, or
the trade
Fame, you
request?
might have been situated right now, so you might not have been as in tune. But the day when we didn't know if he was gonna re-up or not.
Oh, if he was looking out there. He started looking out, lifted his head up.
Yeah, and it had came down to this last day. Like was he gonna fucking resign or was he going somewhere else?
Right.
And the moment when it came across that, hey, yeah, he's staying.
Hey,
That
man,
moment right there, that was a hell of a moment.
That's what made. So if you look at LA right now, man, if I give y'all a shot of LA right now, man, look how foggy it is. It's 9:16, man.
Mm-hmm.
A shot of LA, man. It's been like this for 2 days, right?
Right.
This is how it was when Cole made us wait to the last day. This is how it was when Cole made us wait, man. We was up here biting our fingernails like,
yeah.
That's funny as hell, man.
And that shows you how much the city and sports mean to life, bro. To life.
Bro, I mean, if you were, social media wasn't what it is now. So, bro, we at home listening to radio or
TV, got to catch it on the commercial.
Yeah, you had to catch it on the first
don't
tape.
Nobody really want to talk about it because it's like we don't want to jinx nothing. We just like, man, you heard anything? You heard anything? Nah, bro, nah. And
so you know how all there's so many things now reporting something, right?
Right.
Or talking about it.
That wasn't like that.
No, it wasn't.
And the ones that was, like D said, they didn't want to be the one to slip up and say something stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, like I said, I always leave the 81 points out. That's like good automatic.
Yeah, that's low hanging fruit. Yeah.
And I also don't like the first dunk contest when I seen him in person. I don't put that in there either. But the first official game to where I went to New Jersey to see him in the 2002 finals, that game 3, where I felt like his legacy was built, like when he destroyed the Nets in game 3 of the 2002 finals. First actual game I went to see him in.
Yeah.
13 years old. And they put up a 3-0 lead against the Nets.
That was the most uneventful final.
Yes.
That I can remember, Coop. So yeah, I remember that. And what a lot of people don't remember about that one, they give Ori credit for all the other games that he won, but they don't. I guess they forgot that he hit the game with his shot when they swept the Nets too
Exactly. That's what I'm
from the
saying.
corner over there.
They don't remember shit like that though.
Yeah, on the road, and they just
That
danced off.
that is probably my top favorite memory of him. And then, of course, when he beat them disgusting Celtics to add to the Lakers' legacy, that'll always be a favorite memory of mine.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, this is a shocker though. People be like, you really like the whole month of 2003 where he averaged 40 points. That'll
yeah,
always be a forever moment, like for me, man.
yeah. That's that year when he would come back from going to court and all that, right?
Hmm.
He got
Yeah, that's that year. That's
That
that
was that
year.
year. Yep.
he
That
went
whole month of February, averaged 40 some points.
didn't he went for 48 times? He went for at least 35 8 times in a row.
Oh, no, right. It was like had to be
Thir-
more than that.
It
40.
was
It was like no, it was like 10, 11 something. It
he
was
went
like
for
the
I
whole month
remember
of
on
February.
the
He was
last game
killing
of
them
his
though.
streak, I remember Ori feeding him at the end so he could shoot the three.
I thought it was like double digit numbers for I thought it was like 10 or 11. It had to have been.
He went on a streak where he had 35 at least 35, right? That's what it was. At least 35.
I thought
And
it
it
was
might have
40.
been 10, 11 games. Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
like 40.
Yeah.
And,
Hey, and
He was on fire.
times when that was the times when they wasn't calling these little quick fouls or the ah,
Yeah. Yeah.
ah. You had to get
and
through the pick. You didn't get called for flopping, or you
Yeah.
had to get through the pick or get your ass around that pick.
but
That's
You
another
when
know what I'm
he was
saying?
in
that's
his
when he was in the
prime.
mom. Yeah, that was him right there. But
Yeah.
this is another one where it was a game against the Rockets, man. He kept on. He didn't care how tall Yao Ming was. He was challenging Yao going to the whole pause every single time, and he ended up with 52 that game.
Hey, didn't he shit? Didn't he shit on him?
He shitted on Yao at least a couple times in that game. He was like,
It was at Houston. They had on the purple jerseys. I
yes,
remember that game.
yes,
I
that
remember
was
that
it.
game.
That's when
Yeah.
he was still number 8, bro.
I
And I think
remember that
after the
game.
game, he was like, the great wall of Yao crumbles.
Yeah.
That
He
was that was a great moment for me, man.
I want to say that game was on a Monday night. I was working the
Yeah.
swing shift. So I was listening to that game on the radio as I was driving around doing
Yeah.
my job that I had at that time. I remember that. And I stopped in a couple places and it was on. Because at that time,
Yeah.
Lakers was must see TV, man.
Of
It was
course.
in LA, please, bro.
That was the new Lake show
Yeah,
back in like 06, 07 and them. That was
yeah,
the new Lake
yeah.
show.
Uh
Because I remember I was like, yeah, I could stay up late, watch these niggas now. Because I was
yeah,
just graduating when that happened.
and Cole would, you didn't want to miss too many games, man, with
Yeah.
Cole.
You sure
Period.
didn't, bro.
Period. So,
And there's so many, and this is another one. The year I graduated, I'll never forget, where he had the video game numbers where 5 games with 50 plus points back in
uh-huh.
07.
I remember that too. Yeah, yeah. See,
Man,
I remember that too. Yeah,
yeah.
man.
But my all-time favorite was when he came in and saved USA back in '08, when he killed Spain back in 2008. That Olympic moment was probably my top
Yeah,
favorite of all time, bro.
yeah.
So yeah.
I got an honorable mention too.
Oh yeah.
Uh, on I think oh 07
Mhm.
semifinals against Phoenix. Jason Kidd, Phoenix. Um, Jason Kidd, Tim Thomas, and them. Steve Nash. No, Nash. So not Kidd, Nash and Tim Thomas and them. It's a A and B. when he shitted on Nash. Remember when
The game
he put his
7.
he put his sneakers was in his face. Like, remember he damn near jumped over Steve Nash, shitting on him.
Wasn't that
And
like, yeah.
and when he ended game 6 going for 50
And
with
lost. They
that
lost. And they
with
lost game 6. Yeah, this was game 7.
no, they won. They lost game 7 because Tim Thomas hit that shot. But game 6, they won. Cole ended the game. He went for 50. He got it on a fast break, ran down to the elbow, shot the J for game. Remember that? And he just held out the fist at the end, like, yeah. Tied the series. But then Tim Thomas pump fake, step to the side, the game, horn goes off, swish. Game 7. Now I remember that. That was heartbreak.
Oh,
But
so he tanked it. When he stopped shooting?
nah, Kobe. This when he was by himself. You know, he didn't have.
Oh, I'm talking about when he was number 8 still, my bad.
Yeah, nah. This was 24, and he was by himself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
was talking
he was
about
by himself right at that point. You know what I mean?
when he was still number 8 and he played the Suns again, and he had lost after scoring 50 in that game 6, and then all of a sudden in game 7 he had stopped shooting, and them niggas ended up getting blown out by 31 points when he tanked that playoff series to show these niggas like, hey, I'm like that was like
Against
game
who?
7
Against
against the
who?
Phoenix Suns. This was like, I think, what year was this? And that nigga they got blown out by like 31 points because he's like stopped shooting because he was like frustrated with the team.
I remember. I felt like well, I know for a fact now after the fact, but you could see that it was issues in '04 against Detroit.
Yes.
Um, and them old dudes on the team,
Malone.
yeah, they was, siding with Shaq and shit, and that divided the team, and he stopped shooting in that finals too.
That's one we could have stole too. Detroit should have won that. Detroit
That
should.
team that wasn't a good team, Laker team. They was talented. They had all them guys, but the camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? The team,
Yeah.
the movement of basketball and all that, it just never came together all the way. Especially after Malone got hurt. When Malone got hurt, it was kind of over, bro. Like let's keep if we go to keep it 1,000, it was over. But because I will say about that team, and I always use this as a benchmark.
Yeah.
They went 18-3 coming out the gate. Never forget that. Oh, it was 18-3. That they had to put them together that year, right? Peyton, Malone, Kobe, Shaq, and Fisher. Was that who used to start? No, I think Fish at first didn't start. They had Oreo. Then they came out the gate first 21 games, man, 18-3, and a lot of them was blowout.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, it was kind of a struggle after that. They had a good record. They were first in the West and all that, but it was largely because of getting out to that 18-3 start, man. And that's my thing about LeBron's. Like, I don't mean to be bringing this up, but I haven't seen a Laker team like that since back then, bro. When are we gonna get back to some? Anyway, we're not gonna turn it back. This is cold.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's cold, man. It's cold. The guy over there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start talking about play-in
No, you
and all that.
listen. And then another honorable mention for me. And even though, like I said, as a fan, as a kid, like I was a Knicks fan, of course, and then Lakers, Knicks, those were my squads. But when he came to the Garden, dropped 61.
Hey, man.
I was torn. Imagine a kid being torn. Like, damn.
Right. No, I feel you.
Who do you root for, your hero or the
Yeah.
hometown squad. I'm like, ugh. So yeah.
He
Let's
like
just say me and Pops
he in
didn't
the
get along
garden
that.
doing
Let's
this
just say
shit.
me and
Yeah.
Pops didn't get along that day.
You and Pops just see eye to eye. You know,
We didn't
y'all
see
want to
eye
see
to
an eye to eye.
eye.
Huh?
Okay, I was like, man, I'm like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity here.
Hey man, it's hard, man, because you saw them old Knicks always running up and down.
Yeah.
The Knicks was what the people of the world was talking about. They was almost America's hoop team
Yes.
till Mr. West.
Well,
I went to I've been to Madison Square Garden for a
I'm,
basketball game. Um,
I
I
was
just
this
want to say that.
close. I never went. I
I
was
just want to
this
say that
close.
it is a unique experience. New York is cold. How the like LA people, if you ain't ever been to New York, if you ain't never seen Madison Square Garden, I can't even explain to you that it's just in the middle of town. All right. It looks like a, a bro, it looks like a regular building outside.
that's
You just
I
gotta
was
walk
just
in
about to
off the
say,
street,
you
or you
literally
come
walking in
in
like it's a
off the
building.
train, right? Out of
Yes,
Penn
I was
Station right there.
mm-hmm.
Um, and it, if you on uh the 34th bar, correct me if I'm wrong. It's right there, Midtown Manhattan. If you on the one
Yeah.
street that where the marquee is, come out, say Madison Square Garden. That's the only way you know. If you go in any of the other sides, bro, it looks like you're just walking in the side of a building or something. But then when you get in there, bro, it's Madison Square Garden
Madison
because
Square
it's
Garden.
amazing how they built that place.
You would think it's like a courthouse. I don't like if you're outside,
Yeah,
you'd be like,
yep,
damn, it's like a courthouse
yep,
in there. But when you walk
yes,
in there, it's the actual like arena.
yeah, man, and it's awesome.
Wow. I've
Uh,
yet to see it, gentlemen. I'm looking forward to it. I came close, uh, but we had a rehearsal that day. I thought we was gonna get over there, get in,
so
and get to
yeah,
see.
bang. So it's been 5 years since I've been there, and when I came in, it's pictures of painted pictures of Allen Houston,
One of my favorite Knicks players.
Ewing.
Yep, Ewing.
Um, Allen Houston and Ewing are the ones that stand out in my mind. It looks sweet, bro. Yeah, MSG, because you got to go up, you got to go like up some stairs and then down,
Some stuff. Yeah.
like up and then down, and then you in there. And the organ, I got a video with the organ playing in the background, like no other place in basketball. That you know how they say defense. They the only well, people do it now. Other places do it now, but New York is the original. They
Oregon.
played the defense song. You know, you go defense, clap. They did it with the organ.
Uh,
All the other stadiums did like a drum and a clap. They would be on there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, shout out to MSG, man.
dope, man.
One
That's
of the most
dope.
famous places in the world. I've been in. I've been
MSG. I mean, legend. Talking about the legend, a legendary stadium. Hey,
there. Yeah.
yeah, man.
The Knicks got popped by Indiana the day I went. They weren't very good at the time. They had Julius Randle.
Hey, hey, man. I know we talking good about Cole, man, but I gotta go get back to that New York game with him and Childs.
No.
Had
That
that
was here.
little,
That was
Like,
at home.
yeah.
they had that little altercation.
Yeah.
I don't tell just feel good stories. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to meat the potatoes, man. Hey, I mean, it helped the kid become who he is playing against those kind of guys, man. The Ewings, the Childs, Reggie's, because that's how I became dominant. And that's what I was saying earlier about him, like how these dudes today take off their jerseys and sign the jerseys and la la this and la la that. It's no competition, but you want all these bucks. You want all the bucks, to go in your account, but your competition is subpar to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we just talked about Cole being hurt with his shooting hand and told coach I'm playing and was at the free throw line with his left. That's the second greatest moment when he went to the free throw line with the
Torn
left.
Achilles, shooting a free throw with a torn Achilles.
What
Ah,
about when he tore his Achilles and he was on the ground trying to push it back down?
Yeah, then getting up and shooting a free throw.
Fam, you had your shit roll up on you, so you know what I'm talking about.
I
He
know
was
exactly.
trying to, he was
That's why
trying
I
to push it.
laugh.
He was trying to pull that motherfucker back down like he was gonna put it together. Like,
So Marv,
Mm,
imagine that, bro.
mm,
Ain't no, you
mm.
can't just grab that like you would do your feet. You know what I'm saying? And
Hell no.
push that back
Hell
down, homie. I don't wish that on my worst enemy, bro. Tearing your
no.
Achilles.
Mm. That's a very uncomfortable,
It's
really
worse than getting.
painful injury.
It's worse than being pop shot. Shot. It's a little warm. It don't feel good, but it's
That
not
them
like
bullets
that
hot.
Achilles. Boy, that thing popping. It's hot too. It's
it's
hot
hot.
though. Like
Yeah, it heat up on you, huh? Yeah, I know it do.
That's inflaming it. Yeah.
the,
Mm.
the pop part is what
You feel like
hurts.
somebody shot your ass in the
All,
Achilles.
Exactly.
all over again. Absolutely, all over again. Feel like somebody shot you in your Achilles
Yeah,
when it pops like
Achilles,
that.
kidney stones. I don't wish that on nobody, bro. Those are like
Like
pain.
the dude for Miami Dolphins, Jalen Phillips,
Jason
Okay.
Phillips.
number 15,
Jason Phillips. Yep.
Jason. He said he tore his Achilles, right? A couple years
Mhm.
ago. He said he thought somebody stepped on his.
Oof.
He said he turned around with nobody behind him. He was like, damn, what happened?
Like,
Oh,
man,
Yeah, he felt
bro.
like one of his teammates like stomped on the back of his shit, and when he turned around, was nobody behind him, bro. He said he just fell. Like, oh my God, what happened? And he said he
bro,
heard something.
man.
So yeah,
I
Mamba
mean,
was sitting there at the
that's
free
one of
throw
the worst
line
feelings
trying to
ever.
put it back so he could keep playing.
And he shot the
Toughness.
free throws. Am I?
Yeah, he
Yep.
shot the
Shot the
throw.
free
He
throw.
shot the throw just in case he was able to go back in.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. The toughness, man. Ain't gonna ever be nobody like that, man. Ever.
Like Scarface, last of a dying breed.
Last of a dying breed.
Hey, man, I remember my high school coach telling me as a youngster, 10th grade, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you don't have no pain tolerance. He's like, as soon as it start hurting, you quit. So that's a moment of thinking about the cold. He fought through all the pain. Like I said about his journey, he fought through all the negativity. He fought
Yeah,
through everything, doing everything different and every
You
form. He did it, and he did it, and he did it. You know what I'm saying? To where
know,
that's why he was great, bro. The work ethic.
and I think my pop's gonna comment on this part too. I think that's why, like, pops, forgive me for this, pops, and that's why I was always playing through injuries too. Like, and I always tell my pops, I was like, man, if it ain't broken, if I can walk, I'm gonna do what I could do. I used to
Mm,
get in so much shit with my parents, like especially like after a game or something. I was like, man, listen, if I can sit here and walk, I'm going in here. I'm gonna do what I do. That's why I always like work through the pain or play through the pain. If
right.
it ain't broken, I'm gonna get through
yeah. Man.
And,
it. Yeah,
like
I know
like
my
like
It's
pops
D,
just
gonna
not
comment on
that
that
way
part.
anymore, bro.
D, you mentioned earlier, D,
Mm.
on how he had a little speed and a little
Height.
Mhm.
height. Uh, and he worked at everything.
Yeah,
Again, kids, if you listening, he worked at everything.
Right.
Being a little dude with no speed, with none of those capabilities, just a God given awareness and physical body to work to get better.
Right.
So, man, I knew if I got hurt, I learned early in the 10th grade, if you come out, you ain't going back in because somebody just as good as you.
yeah.
Somebody's just as good as me. So, you know what I'm saying? So Cole, man, took it to another level, bro. Like
Yep.
he let you know, like I'm playing for this purple and gold. And I made a comment last year, and some of the LeBron fans got after me, right?
Hmm.
And my whole thing was if you look at one of those things, I think one of those ESPNs went on his day a couple of days ago when they were showing little clips of him. When he lost to somebody, who did he lose? He lost to Boston. He lost to Boston. And
Boston.
they asked him, he said, "Oh, it starts now."
Oh,
You hear me,
Kobe.
D?
Yeah, Kobe.
The announcer asked him, I think it was not Marv, it was the other one from CBS.
It was I can't call his name, but we know him.
He has the
Jim Gray.
August.
original voice.
Jim Gray.
Yeah,
August.
yeah,
Oh,
Jim
okay.
Gray.
Yeah.
Jim Gray asked him, "Hey man, so where do you guys go from here?" He says, "Hey man, it starts now. It didn't start for next year. Like, how do you guys do it starts now?" Look,
And
Mm-hmm.
he
he
said,
didn't say, "I'm gonna go on my vacation, I'm gonna go to Italy like LeBron did on the boat." Not taking nothing from Brian. You live your life and that's the new era. But when you're a dog and you want to be in a conversation of a GOAT
Yes.
and you want to be a conversation of one of the greatest guys,
Mm-hmm.
Kobe lost to Boston, I think it was in 6. Bro, he told Jim Gray, it starts now.
and
They
I
just
think
stopped him
he
playing.
said, and further in that statement, Jim Gray was like, what do you plan on doing in the off season to get better?
Right.
And he says something to the effect of work myself into the point of exhaustion.
Exactly.
Yes. Exact words. Exact words, D.
Hey, so young guys, hey,
Mm-hmm.
if you ain't out playing it out there like that, bro, don't expect, the bag. Don't expect the rings.
Exactly.
Don't expect the success, bro. Yeah, you'll be a pro or whatever because you tall and you can shoot, you gifted. If you ain't doing that right there,
What's it really about?
I'm gonna say it here on the Ragu show and any other show that I'm on. I'm gonna always
no,
repeat this.
no
Hey
big
guys,
deal.
if I forget, hey kids, stop listening to them dudes whose stomach is bigger than your grandfather's, and they trying to negotiate your deal. You don't need nobody to negotiate your deal. Put in the work. Your deal will be your deal. If I'm saying that correctly, Marvin D. Stop allowing these, hey moms, and I got to talk to the ladies for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Stop allowing these dudes to come in your living room or meet you or text you or call you and tell you about your kid. If the dad is not around, listen to his coach. Stop with all these side agents. Oh, he got to be. No, Kobe didn't do that. Kobe didn't do that. He did exactly what D said. He worked himself to exhaustion to be the best. That's my tip for you parents out there.
And if I'm not mistaken, Coach, both D coach, didn't he also say if you're afraid to fail, then you're going to fail? Didn't he also say
Okay.
that too?
Yeah.
Okay. Great tip there, Mark. Great tip.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
also said something that, and Marv, you spoke on how his his ways and philosophies directly affected you. This is something that I think about when I'm punking out. I feel like I'm punking out on something.
Yeah.
And it's like if I said I was gonna do something,
Right.
and then when the day come, I get on some, I'm gonna do it tomorrow or whatever. Cole say, don't negotiate with yourself. And you said, all right, you're getting up at 4:00 to go to the gym. Man, when 3:30 hit, get your black ass up
Oh,
and go, bro. Don't lay there talking about, oh, it's cold. Oh, damn, the kids don't know I'm leaving. You feel me?
right.
No
Right.
negotiation, bro. You said you was doing this shit.
You go.
D. Don't negotiate with yourself.
Never
Do
negotiate with yourself.
do what you said you was gonna do.
There you go.
I
Period.
like that. You just inspired me today, brother. I appreciate that.
You
Appreciate you
might have
brothers having
needed
me on.
somebody might have needed that.
Somebody needed
You
that.
got me. I know
That's
you got
Kobe.
Somebody
me.
needed that.
That's Kobe.
He also like that. I can't relate to the lazy people shit. We
Mm,
don't speak the same language. I don't understand you, and I don't want to understand you. It's another one.
man. Hey, look, and I was listening to Nas. Nas got this cold record, man, called Once a Man, Twice a Child. Y'all know what's up with it?
Woo!
It's on King's Disease 3.
These three. Katie 3. I already know.
I'm going to tell you like this, brother. I'm going to sum it up. This is all three of us right here. You'll never be younger than today, brother. Let that sink in. So if you need to do something you ain't did or whatever, man, go do that shit too. Cause you feel me? You ain't gonna never be younger than that a second ago when I said this. You already older than that now. You understand what I'm saying?
I like that.
And look, we come in as a baby, and God willing, we gonna go all as one. Motherfucker gonna be taking care of us, shit just like so. That's where he come with the twice a child. Oh man, it's amazing. The dude is an amazing artist, man. But yeah, but back on Mamba, man. And I don't even know if you wanted to get into this like this, cool, but I'm gonna go here. I think they killed him. I think they killed him because of a couple of things that he was into, and big money. Folks that don't give a fuck about a black dude. You feel me? You just a N-word. I don't give a damn how many hoops you didn't make. You understand the attitude? Cole was into Cole had caught a guy dead to rights using the Mamba trademark and had caught bad ingredients in the shit that he was using it for. It was pharmaceutical industry related.
Wow.
Much like the Live Golf situation and how the Saudis poured billions into golf and took some of the biggest players over there. Cole was in talks with the Saudis for being the face of some type of basketball deal that was going to rival the NBA, bro. Billions right from the start. And then he mysteriously runs into a mountain in the fog on a helicopter flight that he had done 1 million times.
Wow. AD.
That made a lot of sense, dude.
AD, man, you couldn't have given us a clear perception through the fog. But to my knowledge, listening, it couldn't be nothing else.
Right.
Anytime, I mean, look at our president who just said that the reason the DC crashed because they got too many black people up in there. And this is the same guy that told us a couple of weeks ago, thank you. I won't forget y'all voted for me, but we're not supposed to be. And then fired the whole cabinet, and most of that cabinet is black, just so y'all know.
It just got canceled Black History Month, say.
Stuff like this, right? And we're raising kids, and kids that are young athletes and young teens that are listening. This is what you're faced against. So start gaining the knowledge to be successful. So no matter whoever is the president, you will have a say, a stake, a place in life. Don't party. Don't just waste your time just doing nothing. And even for those athletes, at some point, you guys that's athletes, NFL, NBA, whatever it may be, you have to stand for something or we're going to all fall for anything. Just like we looking for the likes. Like we just said, Cole never wanted no likes. And look at all the likes he got. Look at all the love he got around the city of LA. Even other states.
The world.
The world puts his picture up, him and his daughter.
Yeah.
Now, you evil motherfuckers, excuse my language, who took those 8 to 9 lives on that plane. I think it was 9 people total, right? Who wanted to kill one smart man, and why he can't be smart, just like the next man, whatever color you are. Whatever color you are, why we can't all be equal and on the same level? Why does this have to be a barrier or a stage or a level of considered competition when you can't compete at everything we can compete at. But
Yeah.
now that we're smart enough to compete in the things that you have, you find a way to get rid of us or diminish us or demise us or put us down. You understand what I'm saying? Like the man said the other day,
Absolutely, man.
we are the only nationality, or as they would say, race, that has been enslaved. You know, there's been other cultures or races that have been just demolished or murdered. But at the end of the day, when you use the Mamba's mentality, everybody is equal if you work hard. If you work hard at whatever it is you want to be in life and you're doing the right thing, why kill me? I'm bringing life. Why diminish me or don't let my company get the inspection passed or the permit because you don't want my company there on the same block you own?
Mm.
Like, come on, America. This is what we living for. This is what we fought for all these years. The Mamba didn't hurt nobody. He wasn't against nothing.
And let me say that the other people that lost their lives and to their loved ones, you know, there's no diminishing your loss either, and saying that, you know, losing Kobe was more significant than you guys losing your people.
Right.
But the object of the tragic situation, I believe, was Kobe Bryant, and you guys as people were what they call casualties of war, as you was, you know, as they would say, and that's to make the lie seem more real. Feel me? It's a solo helicopter crash. Then the theories about y'all killing him is like, hey, man, this might have, but you know, you killed a few more people, and it all of a sudden makes it a tragic accident, much like the helicopter running smack dab into an airplane in D.C. here the other day. You know, you want to kill one person on the airplane, you know, you kill 60 other people to make it seem like it was a tragic accident. That's all I'm, you know.
Crazy, brother. I've always thought that too. When people always say you and your conspiracy theories and all this shit, I just like, all right.
Yeah, I got them.
I just kept it to myself the past 3 years.
They always make it seem like guys like that are crazy. That's what I was talking about to my wife about this morning. Right? If you talking against the norm, you crazy. Feel me? Y'all listen to that crazy MF. You know,
there's always a story behind the story.
Anybody that y'all hear saying they say that about, listen to them.
Most definitely.
Listen to them.
Listen to them.
Yeah.
Got to.
Hey, knowledge is so valuable, man. It's like gold. It's like a commodity. And it's almost like, I hate to say this, but it's like a pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
But pharmaceuticals, to me, have gotten away from the natural helping the human being. Pharmaceuticals has just became a power to push people down again. You know, because a lot of people go through that and don't fight the same way Kobe fought.
Facts.
Kobe fought a fight, man. He went through life situations. He went through everything we go through as human beings, and he pushed harder. He did the thing D just said. If you say you're getting up and you're working out at 4, be up at 3:15, 3:30, ready to go and be there on time. You know what I'm saying? Like, be what you say you're going to be. And, you know, I can respect a Donald Trump or these goofy dudes that has hate in them or racism in them if you just be upfront with me. But if you do that behind the scenes and you scandalous with it, you know, you like the other snake. You're not no mamba, you like the other snake. You know what I'm saying? You're not a mamba snake, you that other snake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff, man.
Hey, and I feel compelled to say this. It's don't even got shit to do with the show. The pharmaceutical companies own the medical schools. They fund the medical schools. So you go to college and, you ace biology and all that, and then you go to medical school, right? After graduate school, med school. Med schools in the United States are funded by the pharmaceutical companies, y'all.
So basically, you go to school off their back, and they tell you what to do after you get out of school. So they're gonna guide you. So that's why they fork the money into the schools. So that's what I tell the young folks right now. Be smart enough to understand the pattern. Watch the pattern.
So in other words, when you go to the doctor, they are the middleman for the drugs, basically, bro. They're not trying to heal you, bro.
They want you to keep coming back.
Unfortunately, that is going to be left up to you figuring out how to get rid of some shit if you come across something, because they're there to push the dope that the people that put them on want them to put. You feel me? It's like anything. Follow the money, bro. Like, I paid the way for you to get this license for you to be called a doctor. Now that you are a doctor, I need you to keep the money coming through the pipeline and push the dope so we can keep this shit going.
For years to come. And listen, look, you go to a doctor and they want you to pay. Now, look, oh man, let me stay with the code. That's another show.
Another show. It is. That's my bad too for doing all that.
No, that was good because we kind of tapped on it. But this was magical moments with Cole. Man, I never thought I'd have a guy that I itemized and looked up to. And I'm a football guy. Yeah. But I play the hoop thing too. And I love the game of hoop because when it was exciting, the Karl Malones and the Charles Barkley, Big Shaqs, you know what I'm saying? It made sense for a guy like Horace Grant or somebody, Rasheed Wallace, overlooked. These the dudes that game became special to me in my era. And it was like the dudes that were successful worked hard at it, bro. And Cole just had to come up in that era of toughness and where they still foul you hard and you hit the ground and then you get up or you go to crying. You know, later in Cole years, he was like, man, you know, like, y'all not gonna call the fouls for me? He started wanting more fouls than he normally would, you know?
Yeah.
And that's because he felt like he was the shit, which he was.
Yeah.
You know, he felt like, man, y'all not giving me my flowers. These dudes are killing me. I shouldn't be getting hit like this. But now he's established himself and he felt the need to have the what do you call that word? When you entitled. He felt entitled to the fouls. And I used to be like, man, stop crying and just shoot it in the basket. Nigga, you gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? But as he got older, he saw it diminishing. But what did he do, D? He worked harder, bro.
Yep.
He worked harder and harder every single
just
time.
Counter moves. Basically kept working on counter stuff after people come. They stopped him. You know, they figure out what he was doing on this. He come with something else. Counter that.
Counter that.
He was determined.
Man, it's crazy that you hit me on this Laker thing on Cole. Because, man, I was going to put my Mavs jersey on this morning, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got the dope backdrops, man. Marv, your backdrop is just off the chain.
Appreciate that, my
sweet.
guy. Yeah, man.
That is sweet.
That is off the chain. Yeah, man, I said, man, I was over here deciding on what I was going to put on, man. I was going to put that on, yeah.
Herb.
Today, man. Herb, signature herb, man.
Yeah.
I got to put this up, too, on the wall. That's why I got it back here. But I was going to wear it today, man. I felt the need to put that on today. And
never go wrong with herb.
Can't never go wrong with herb, man. Shout out to Mads, man, for being a part of getting that Mamba over there with old Mr. Jerry West. You know what I'm saying? Mr. West and Kobe, they did a number, man. I give it to them. They did a real number, man. They ran it up. And I'm glad it was the city we love. LA, baby. LA.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to LA, man. Shout out to LA.
Yeah, so we love you, Bean, man. We miss you, brother.
Most definitely, man. There'll never be
And
another one.
GG, all the other folks.
Yes.
Hey, man, shout out to Vanessa, man, for keeping his stuff alive, homie. And anybody that don't know what she's
Hey,
doing,
Most
she's
definitely.
doing a great deal of work at keeping her husband's name alive and, trying to hold her family still together. So shout out to Miss Vanessa Bryant, bro, and the family, uh, because she's very instrumental in my community. She has did a few things, man, that we're excited and blessed to have. We're gonna go continue to push the dream that Kobe would want it, because before Kobe passed away or got away from us, he came to our neck. I mean, he sent jerseys. He came to our community. Our gym in Watts, Nickerson Gardens, was named the Mamba Gym. He blessed the Mamba Gym, and she kept that alive. She didn't have to do that. He kept that alive, brother, and gave these other kids an opportunity to see that it's more to life, and that if you do work hard, you can get the same thing her husband got. So shout out to Vanessa,
Most
Vanessa
definitely.
Bryant. Man, shout out to you, Vanessa. I appreciate you. Keep doing the work that you're doing in your husband's name. I'm here if you need me.
Man, great show, fellas. I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Coming
yes.
through for me, man. This was epic, especially bringing back these memories with my man. These memories ain't gonna never die. So,
And never let Cole down, man.
no,
Yeah, man.
no,
Y'all, thanks for pulling up, man. Appreciate it.
No doubt.
Yeah,
Appreciate you having me, guys.
great show.
definitely, most definitely, man. So
Appreciate y'all having me, guys.
definitely, man. Look at that food. I'm about to go grab me some food too.
Yeah, you make me hungry, man.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I know, right? I was like,
Yeah, I
yo.
got to get it in, man. I got a couple meetings. I got to get it in because I forget to eat, bro.
I know how it go. Too busy running around. But for sure, man, just win, baby, man.
Yes, sir. Just do it.
Peace.
Hey,
Keep on doing it, y'all.
all right.